Greetings and salutations. Let's go over World War II bullet points. There are two sides, as there are always two sides in any given conflict or war. The Axis powers included Japan, Italy, and Germany. The Allies included France, the United States, Great Britain, and the Soviet Union. World War II began in 1939 and ended in 1945. The first couple of years, the United States actually declared itself neutral. But how neutral can you be when you are loaning people food and war materials, right? That's what happened. Per the Lend-Lease Act, the United States did provide aid to their allies because the United States shared cultural ties and were able to loan food and materials of war to Great Britain and France. I don't know how that means that the United States was going to be neutral. What do you think? Meanwhile, the United States tried to restrict Japan's expansion in the Pacific. There's a lot of meanwhiles to this story. As a result, Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. The United States declared war the next day. The American troops mainly fought in Western Europe against Germany and Italy, and in the Pacific against Japan. Think of it as two different theaters, the European theater and the Pacific theater. The Allies defeated Mussolini in Italy, who surrendered September 8, 1943. On June 6, 1944, British and American troops invaded Nazi-controlled France, commonly known as D-Day, and France was liberated. Next in our story, American and British troops moved eastward towards Hitler's stronghold in Berlin, Germany. At the same time, Soviet troops were headed to Berlin from the opposite direction. The Soviets arrived first and conquered Germany. Germany surrendered. Another meanwhile, fighting in the Pacific was mainly naval battles. Allied troops were hopping from island to island until they were able to gain control of the territories. I used to island hop with my jet ski, but I wasn't alive back in World War II, and I wouldn't have been involved in that conflict anyways. I digress. Trying to keep us amused. Ha! Once the Allies gained control of the ocean territory around Japan, they began bombing Japan. Nuclear weapons had been created through the Manhattan Project. Truman decided to drop 2 atomic bombs in Japan to force a surrender. This decision was based on not wanting to put more American troops' lives at risk. A lot of people would have been killed, so they decided that dropping the atomic bombs was the best decision to protect American life. The United States dropped an atomic bomb on Hiroshima and another on Nagasaki. Japan surrendered, bringing an end to World War II. This is the one and only time nuclear weapons have been deployed during warfare, or in general, really. Seriously, right? World War II, again, as a reminder, lasted from 1939 to 1945. This is one of my favorite quotes from Albert Einstein. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Think about that quote in context of nuclear weapons that we have today. That's just an awful thought that I'm going to leave you with. you liking the content in contemporary history? I'm trying to learn to love it. All right. That's all, folks. Toodles.